Ladies and Gentiles, my name is Miles. That was my headphones. And welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. Now we are about to enter the class trial for the murder of one Byakuya Togami. Let us continue. Huh?
Are you kidding
Hey,
me?
what the heck is that mountain? When did that get there? Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma? That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all this. You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
Byakuya, we still needed his knowledge. I still can't believe he's dead. Byakuya. What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
I got it!
I know. They probably ran away.
No way!
Ah, hell nah. There's no way to let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here. Fuyuhiko, there we go.
Hey!
Whoa. Now, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing. I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway?
You.
How can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait.
Mihiru, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam?
What happened, sinner? Now then, let us begin.
Remember this. A main character arrives when he intends to. This has got his earring.
Hey.
It seems you noticed it too. Is that what we noticed? If I did, then I'm right.
Well, now.
Alright, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field.
Whoa!
Wait a second.
What's this?
My, Monami. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you.
What?
Do you actually want to join in?
You masochistic
Do you want-
mascot!
Do you want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding
Oh well.
service.
I'm the big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow you special participation.
See ya later!
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over. Oh, the music ended. He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
He mentioned something about a secret entrance, was it? Secret entrance? Monami, what do you know? What the? Something shaking. This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. Wow. Okay. Something came out.
No way.
Is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Magazine is trembling with fear. That's totally suspicious.
Hey.
Forgive me. Seriously, just forgive me already. For?
Ah,
Why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
No way, no way, no way!
There's no way, there's just no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. Yeah, my hero, you tell him! We've come this far, we have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep. If
this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level, so let's do our best to clear the game. It feels like you know something more than what you're letting on. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare intensely as this escalator carried me. And when each of us entered Monokuma Rock, this is an elevator? I see, this entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However,
Where's Monami? However, even if he's gone as far to do something like this, I don't think he's playing around. I thought Monami was with us. Even so, we're going pretty deep. That's what she said. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering around inside my head. Sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. There we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. I have a habit of playing games with really long elevators, don't I? Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. And then, the elevator door slowly opened.
welcome.
This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
Why, you?
What the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shitty looking place like this?
Don't fuck with me.
Are you fucking crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole. Complain all you like, I'm used to it by now. Yeah, you're kind of repetitive now, Fiko. Come on, you wasted your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. This should now hopefully make it a bit easier on my voice. But I can't remember. It looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked toward the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find who killed Byakuya. Yeah, who killed my boy? The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Tagami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending, but he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. The person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible. Because that's our only option. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. Oh, shit getting tasty now. And so, the life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Would you like to save your current progress? Yes, I would. Let's start that again. Oh, here we go. Oh, I don't have any skills. Shit, tacky mushrooms. Oh, no. I didn't buy any. Oh, I'm gonna... Oh, can I get some now? Oh, phew. Alright, let's see what these do. Slightly increases the influence gauge, effective during the class trial, cannot be combined with envious influence. I don't even know what that does. Slightly increases the focus gauge. Austin thought. You actually seem good. I'll have you. I don't even know what half of these do. Might have you. You're also good. That seems good. So I'm just looking at what she's saying there. I thought she was like giving some tips. I'm actually thinking this one. And there was was it one of these? Was interesting. Yeah, you seem like you're gonna be good. Yeah, I love you. There we go. Got enough skills now. Whether I got the wrong ones, I don't know. Oh, we never got to finish Byakuya. But then again, it never actually gave us the opportunity to. In fact, to be fair, even whoever it is on this case, we never had the opportunity to fill up there because we only had 4 opportunities. So, unless there's a new game plus, which I can't remember. Oh wow, okay, I didn't see this. Okay. Oh, piss off, head, messing me around. What are you doing? Oh, you know what? Screw it. We'll do it live. Right. Enough chatting on. It is time. Oh, I actually have a set amount of skill points. Oh. That changes a lot. How do I increase my skill points? I think I've picked the right ones. Damn, I didn't know about that. Let's do it. Let's do this.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During
hi,
the
mon ami.
class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate monogamy, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Oh, I love her.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
It's true.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds? Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds? Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. No. Thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I'll provide you with simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. Who is this? Is that you, Sheila? As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticle and fire them with your left mouse button. Okay. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so please be careful. Can I do that? So basically what that means is, certain bits in there, certain bits during what they say will be highlighted, and I have to blast that with contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument. Let's begin with gaps in the floorboard.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
Whoa, can you stop like moving mouse on your
The
own?
killer murdered Byakuya. They probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why? Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery. Like a dog burying a bone.
Okay, so I know what I did wrong there. Huh? What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know. So we know what it is.
Byakuya's body in a place like that.
So we know that it wasn't
His
moved.
body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
Your voice changed.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body
No.
there. No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body. Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Aw, And here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
God.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
Correct.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
No, he wasn't.
The
No,
hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Watching everyone? The reason Byakuya dove under the table. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during that, then probably... Oh, okay, didn't want that. So what was he doing? That one? This might sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong. Oh, damn it. The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably the knife?
I can prove it with this.
There we go.
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
I'm a detective.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
It's that glow-in-the-dark paint.
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
You do?
This is almost like a real trial.
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. From this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will only be one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence guard reaches 0, you fail, so please be extra careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine the weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the space key, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during the... Oh yeah. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. Now we're getting started. Night vision goggles, I think are going to be it.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct.
Yeah, we know that's correct.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Hamhands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black.
was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Pretty sure.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
See, we're on it.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Because he's Batman.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
What?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
How and why?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Yeah, I was surprised. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into one-to-one debate called a rebuttal showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the WHODUNNIT keys. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether they're to go vertically, sideways, or diagonal. Is this the one that I really struggled with on the Vita? I think it was. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the person's remarks, it will skew toward their advantage. In the bottom right corner, you can see the screen. A number that displays the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times that you can cut remarks during one round of debates. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means that the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantages. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Huh? What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there has been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't think a change in feeling is important. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. What? Yeah, these are ones that I really had difficulty with. The Duralumin case. That's it.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't advance forward if I'm just listening. I should let my hero say what she wants to say and then find a point I can argue against.
If you just use common sense.
What?
The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Damn it!
What?
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I am so confused. What? What am I doing? Just a little bit more. I can draw something out next time.
Just use, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I don't get this.
Because if they use night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. That's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I found a hole in your argument. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute Mahiro's claim with evidence.
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
This bit does not make any sense. At all.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party.
We found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well.
She's got it.
Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case. Since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
No, that was clearly under the table.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
Yep. The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too. No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. Duct tape.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found the duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true.
And a taser.
He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
It's not.
He probably knew someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
What?
I think
Gundam.
so too, right, Hajime?
That's right. Byakuya probably knew there was going to be a murder. There we go.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage. It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies.
Hey, how are your arms free?
Doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter. What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act. But the letter might have been just a little prank. As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk.
I just love how Monomi's just hanging there.
A strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. A strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
Oh, was it? The killer? Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles.
That's true.
But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No. The killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. It was definitely the tablecloth. It's glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
Well, no
That
shit,
seals it.
Sherlock.
The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the circuit breaker dielectric from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? But then how would she have gotten around in the dark? After this debate, the blue-coloured weak spots will start to appear. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-coloured weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire truth bullets to prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it is best to argue or agree, based on what's being debated. This is where things got really difficult for me. I love this music. Nekomaru will prove this. I believe.
Peko was in the office. She could have caused the blackout at any time.
Possibly.
Possible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
Is that the
I
one?
agree with that.
I'm pretty sure that was. Was that right?
No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
So those red eyes, man.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
Huh? been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pekka was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
Why were you in the toilet, though?
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners? Or were you raised in a locker room?
Look, Nekamaru.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry. The smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you. So you can trust me.
Oh my god.
I said it's fine.
Still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
Seriously, stop it.
Thank you.
Still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Oh?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Pecco's stomach ache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. Is it the AC timer? Because that's the only thing that's connecting her to the main hall.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
So we
Just
would have
a
all
little
gotten
bit
ill.
from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No.
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
It would have to be the pie
Now that
dishes.
you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Is it that one?
No, that's wrong.
Because everyone would have had the same.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
She sounds like the one with the iron stomach, so I doubt it would affect
Food
her.
had laxatives in it. I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
Don't say weird shit then.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
Yeah, but it's a logical thought.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Cease this bickering.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is actually important. So we need to make it clear how the blackout occurred.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
No.
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I agree with that.
Yeah! Booyah!
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally. Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout. When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Whoa.
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
No.
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
Okay, gotta do this again now, have we?
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, and for the killer to turn the off, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was in when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons caused, then the killer had to go to the storage room before that and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
No. But that shouldn't be the only reason.
People in the dining hall, if the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Right, I'm kind of getting used to what I need to do there now.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hams died around that time too!
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out.
How would you do that?
So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pecco was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it. Dun dun dun! Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
Not really.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
I couldn't have prevented
Humans are talking.
if I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
She could have bopped it with a wooden stick.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
That's nice.
So, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
What?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
No, because you were
What are
cleaning.
you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killing. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this?
Like what?
Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you.
What?
Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home and eat candy!
No one likes you, Hyoko.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong. I think.
Did you say something?
We've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
We have?
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They used glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Is she asking how the killer got close to the table? Marihiru's photo! Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint, in order to do that, they'd need to get close to the table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Just as I thought. The diagram is the clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move the table in the dark? Move to the table? That's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to the table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Spot selection?
Here!
It's clearly the wire.
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Of course, there's no way to use the desk lamp's light. The killer actually used the power cord.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
The only person here who had possibly done it. Ooh, I know how to choose. Hmm. It was definitely Nagato Kamaeda.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Chiaki, speak up a little bit, you're really quiet. Nagato's chance to hide the knife under the table was when he was cleaning.
I see!
Right after the murder, did one of them say.
Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another...
I don't believe in
Is
coincidences.
something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. To go to the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen? Wait, was there 16 drawing sticks there? Because I don't think Fuyuhiko was there.
the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan, too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
I'd believe it.
Nagito, say something. The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death.
You see this, right?
How wonderful. How beautiful it is. Huh?
Those eyes. At that moment, Nagito's eyes. The darkness in his eyes shone brightly as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. Looks like some .exe crap. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. With a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Lie? That's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could have lied to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. Too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
His attitude soon changed.
He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood thugs! He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Wait, what?
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito! If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
Pretty bad handwriting.
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
I would.
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Then how about that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Oh?
What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
Nagito's talent? I believe his talent is the ultimate lucky student.
I see! You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks. But I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Someone called the ultimate lucky student. You don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed? The despair brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
This guy's fucked up.
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this site.
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? It is not
Oh! Curveball!
He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
Her autopsy.
If you're little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
She reminds me a lot of the wrestler Alexa Bliss.
I'm sorry.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is
Acceptable.
However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. What? Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, all it means is the explanation didn't mean anything at all, and it had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. If you press start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. I don't have a start button, I'm on a keyboard. I think you mean the escape key, right? But if this is, Mikan's autopsy.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
No.
He has already confessed.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Vihiko's not gonna like this.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
No.
But based on the entry clues on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Wow.
Not a whorehouse!
Oh my god.
Why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikon? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
Sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Hey?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout?
Oh, she heard everything, didn't she?
Ugh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
Self-aggrandizing prick.
No, that's not it. Not it? What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Ibuki's account. Boom!
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
For real?
For reals. Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay
Calm down.
in a situation like this. Ah, don't step on my feet.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
Oh my god, Hyoko, you are a ruthless
You cut me
bitch.
deep with your knife of truth.
What the hell's happened to your mouth?
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife? And he got shoved from under the table before he could even grab it. Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint. I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on. Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
The whole point of these games.
What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. What?
Well now,
The class trial has reached its climax, but okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those who figured out who it is, how about you try to guess the killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the killer will have the save data. Wait, what? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
now then, what are you gonna do?
Oh. See, this one I do know. I do know this one. Ooh. Ooh. See, the only thing is I do know this one, and I don't even remember this bit. Ooh, do I do it? But I don't want it giving me a massive advantage over the rest of the game if that is to happen. But even if I did, I would not show it in the video, because that would ruin it for you. Oh, see, now I'm really interested and I want to know. You know what? I am gonna do it, but I'm not gonna show you who it is. Because I want to know this now. I don't remember this. This bit will get edited out. You're not gonna know. But, you know, as I said, this is all I've played up to. Literally this case, and then I stopped playing. I want to do this. I am gonna do this. Oh. Just kidding. You can't make a choice. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either.
Well, I feel like a dick.
You're so evil.
You truly are a villain. Can we get back to my trial now? So, actually, you know what? Since they've offered to suspend the trial, actually it sounds like a good idea. Because this episode's gone on quite long enough. I don't want to overload it in one go, and it's offered it me anyway, and this feels like a good place to save it. So thank you for taking some time out of your day and joining me on this epic adventure. I will see you in the next video, but until then, Miles out.